Wonderful weekend Friday in the city of Lagos, Ogba to be precise. A big welcome to all that are watching from Nigeria and also in diaspora. Flip TV is back and running. We thank God for that. Okay, let's move over to the newspaper headlines this morning. Reports by yesterday night that DSS raids Igboho's residence, kill 2, arrest 13, declares him wanted. DSS raids Igboho's home, kill 2, arrest 13, declares him wanted. That's the main headline on the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Gun duel in his house lasted for 1 hour. DSS explains 7 AK-47 rifles, 3 pump action guns, 30 fully charged AK-47 magazines, 5,000 rounds of 7.62 millimeter ammunition retrieved from his house. Paraded as exhibits in Abuja. How my house was invaded, Igboho. Afenifere Gani Adams, Ilana Odua reacts to his home invasion. Police warn Igboho orders over Yoruba Nation rally in Lagos. Military arrest ISWAP terrorist in Ogun State. Military arrest ISWAP terrorist in Ogun State. Soldier kills 73 terrorists, rescue 55 victims in 2 weeks. Soldier kills 73 terrorists, rescue 55 victims in 2 weeks. That is from GHQ. FG projects 900 billion naira for fuel subsidy in 2022. FG projects 900 billion naira for fuel subsidy in 2022. Kano orchestrated killing of 60 persons. FG alleges. Kano orchestrated killing of 60 persons. Federal government alleges. Explains how he was trained for over 2 years. Apply same zeal used to arrest Kano to apprehend Fulani herdsmen. That is from Autumn. Apply same zeal used to arrest Kano to apprehend Fulani herdsmen. That is from Autumn. 8 students killed, 962 others, 8 teachers kidnapped in 7 months. 8 students killed, 960 others, 8 teachers kidnapped in 7 months. That's from NANS. Reps vote against suspension of Twitter ban. Reps vote against suspension of Twitter ban. Makinde appoints Emir of Katagun Lautex 5th Councillor. Makinde appoints Emir of Katagun Lautex 5th Councillor. National Assembly passes PIB after 13 years. South senators kick over 3% to host communities. National Assembly passes PIB, that is the Petroleum Industrial Bill, after 13 years. South senators kick over 3% to host communities. Reps recommended 5% to host communities to meet Senate for harmonization. NNPC to become liability company. NNPC to become liability company. How the North won frontier basins to be funded with 30% profit of NNPC Limited Company in oil and gas exploitation. How the North won frontier basins to be funded with 30% profit of NNPC Limited Company in oil and gas exploration. Let's go over to the Vanguard this morning above the masthead. Host communities kick as reps begs equity stake at 5%, Senate 3%. Host communities kick as reps peg equity stake at 5%, Senate 3%. Don't use extra legal means to handle Kanu. ACF wants FG. Don't use extra legal means to handle Kanu. ACF wants federal government. Anchor borrowers. FG disperses 3 billion naira to 3.1 million farmers in 6 years. Anchor borrowers. FG disperses 3 billion to 3.1 million farmers in 6 years. The main headline on the Vanguard newspaper this morning: outrage as Sunday Igboho's house is attacked. 2 killed. Outrage as Sunday Igboho's house is attacked. 2 killed. 2 killed. Properties destroyed. Assailants spoke French language fluently. Assailants spoke French language fluently. That's from the 8th. How my house was attacked. Ademo cancels Lagos rally. No rally will be allowed. Lagos State government and police is saying that no rally will be allowed in Lagos on Saturday. Lagos government and police is saying that. Attack on Sunday Igboho's house. Plot to silence him. That's from Gani Adams. Attack on Sunday Igboho's house. Plot to silence him. That's from Gani Adams. We are not in a totalitarian regime. YC says. We are not in a totalitarian regime. YC says. Dark cloud descending on Nigeria. That is from Afenifere. Dark cloud descending on Nigeria from Afenifere. Hold Buhari army. DSS responsible for attack. Akintoye. Hold Buhari army. DSS responsible for attack. Akintoye. Police keep mum. Igboho stockpiled arms, says DSS. Igboho stockpiled arms, says DSS. No mercy for Nnamdi Kanu's collaborators. FG vows. No mercy for Nnamdi Kanu's collaborators. Federal government vows today. Reps reject lifting of Twitter ban. Reps reject the lifting of Twitter suspension. PDP governors decry alleged harassment, intimidation. PDP governors decry alleged harassment, intimidation. Trained bandits, killer headsmen, others like Kanu, Wike, Autumn tell Buhari's. Trained bandits, killer headsmen, others like Kanu, Wike, Autumn tells Buhari. Let's move over to our reviewers. This morning, I with me, Mr. Chigozie. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, there are so many things in headlines this morning. I just want to respond. I don't really want to ask a question. Respond, especially the attack on Sunday Igboho's residence. What's your take on the whole scenario that happened yesterday?
Well, for me, it is not a surprise. It is much anticipated, as I earlier maintained. And being that Sunday Igboho poses a great threat to this dispensation, the federal government, I made it clear that, of course, they will go after him with all their arsenals, with all their machineries. You can understand that this recent attack was foreign machineries because it was alleged that they spoke French fluently. So the federal government will leave no stone unturned in tracking down anyone that may want to, of course, stand on their part of perpetuating themselves within the corridor of power. That is just the only reason why they could go all lengths, even to exterminate, to kill, to steal, and to destroy. And Africa will never be delivered if we continue in this primitive lifestyle. That's why the Western world have left us over a century behind, and we are still groveling in thick darkness in a supposed democratic setting. How could you deploy such a coaction in resolving internal conflicts, issues that should have been ironed out using dialogue? It's very unbecoming. It's unbecoming of this government. And look at what he cited, that no mercy for Nnamdi Kanu and his collaborators, FG vows. That is the voice of tyranny. From my own point of view, is a voice of tyranny. And the voice of tyranny, of course, breeds anarchy and violence. And when that happens, there's bound to be breakdown of law and order. Of course, civil unrest. Because notwithstanding we're in democratic setting, and you are hearing the voice of tyranny, the voice of anarchy. So you, as more or less a dictatorship, dictatorial tendencies, which should not be allowed, which should, of course, not be given any opportunity to strive. Otherwise, we are doomed. Africa is of course, as Afenifere maintained the position this morning, that thick darkness is coming over Nigeria. So what I want to say, of course, the DSS raiding Sunday Igboho is not a news. It is not anticipated. That had been their tactics. That had been their system to distract people's attention. We understood what happened. Then why should you raid the house of Sunday Igboho at that ungodly hour? You see, Sunday Igboho have heard, this was not the first, of course, rally he have heard across the western region in favor of Oduduwa nation. So other, of course, rally has been so peaceful. So what should be different about that of Lagos? that you went and implanted so many SPs just to name a dog, give a dog a bad name in order to name it.
Are you saying they implanted what was found?
This is not the first time that is being done. During the answers, is the further the states that incited, that mobilized talks to disrupt the peaceful demonstration protests. It was alleged that even the Odile police station that was raised it was orchestrated. They planned it and mobilized their own talks so that the peaceful demonstrators will be given a bad name in order to nail them. So this tactical approach in resolving, deceptive approach in resolving fundamental issues can never, of course, is never a respite for peace. Mind you, I have told you that we're in the state of tyranny, the state of anarchy. So you can't tell me in a democratic setting that people has no right of expression, you have no right of choice, of association. It is never done. You are contravening the position of the law, which of course covers his constitutional rights to expression. And Sunday Igboho, of course, have not been taking that violence approach. His rallies has been peaceful sensitization and mobilization, creating awareness and reorientation on the need to move ahead, on the need to, of course, understand the hour we are in.
You sacked Fulani communities. They used violence. As Sunday Igboho.
Sacked when the version becomes too high. The primary, it is natural. Self-defense is a natural principle. When you are, your life is at risk, is jeopardized, you have the right to defend yourself. Are you talking about the almost 50-something people that were hacked to death in the same Oyo state? And the culprits or perpetrators of this heinous crime have not been brought to book. The DSS have not been able to trace them or arrest even a single of these suspects, perpetrators of this such heinous crime across the board, across the entire region. None have been arrested, none have been persecuted, and you're telling me that it took you 2 years to trial Nnamdi Kanu. On what basis? So if people are pushed to the wall, to the extent that they have no other option than to revolt, to defend themselves, I think they shouldn't be blamed, because it's a fundamental principle. It's a natural right given endowed on humanity. Even an animal, even though the animal that is at your own possession, you are rearing a goat, and if the goat eventually have some instinct or understood that you, of course, you are coming after him, the goat will scurry for safety. That is self-defense. So I don't see that anything wrong at that. And we cannot move forward with this level of approach.
Okay.
Because it's breeding and giving an opportunity for violence to strive.
With the arrest or abduction of Nnamdi Kanu and also this thing happening to Sunday Igboho, would it silence the agitation that they are carrying out?
I believe, of course, you should be a good student of history. And, of course, coming down to history, even during the military era of Babangida, of Abacha, the late Abacha, people, despite the level of tyranny, the level of subjugation, people also rose in defense of justice, in defense of freedom. You see, not until, of course, the then, what do you call it, Babangida has to give in, to the point that, of course, people rose both internationally, international attention was drawn on the current happenings. And of course, he has to back down. So, let alone in the supposed democratic setting, and you are using dictatorial tendencies. I said that you vow on what basis? You have not vowed to arrest, to curb the crisis at the board, to nip it at the board. Fulani has been killing, manning, destroying homelands, and reoccupying those lands. Over 52 communities in Jos have been resettled by the Fulanis and other regions. They are still advancing, you see, using violence tactics, kill and occupy. And you have not vowed to stop that. And you are rather trying to amend the constitution in order to give you that absolute power to cede more land, people's ancestral home, to the Fulanis. That is your commitment in a secular state. In a state that are multi-ethnic dimensional, you are becoming more tribal and racial in your approach. So it's only time will tell how far he can go. But not even the Gaddafis of great time, not even the Idi Amin, they were at a point, of course, ousted out of office. He shouldn't parade himself as the Almighty. Not even the pharaohs. You see, a time, of course, Moses has to scurry for safety. And he has to come back, notwithstanding the circumstances that brought him back. He still went back to Pharaoh. Allow my people go. And Pharaoh, of course, have to exhibit that level of stubbornness that is associated with Africa. You see, those primitive tendencies and archaic way of approaching resolving issues. We have not learned lesson ever as African people. We are bent, we take pleasure, we derive pleasure in harassing, in intimidation, in bullying, and of subjugating people. So history have that defined, and of course it cannot be subjected to any arguments. But the truth remains that no matter how fortified the state is, you cannot fight against justice and prevail against justice. Yes, you might, of course, try to cover up justice, but justice would always have their way. So even, of course, the Hitler of history also came down. So the Bible said the violence shall go by violence. And what I'm advising, if that could be accepted, it's high time the governments of this dispensation resort to violence. We have comparative advantage. I told you I have some friends and people that I relate with from Hausa race. So most of them are good people. The fact that we intend to divide does not suggest that we may not have any other thing to do with them. You see, I have friends around me that are Hausas who are not behaving like the people within the corridor of power. They suppose they're Fulani oligarchies. So in division, we can directly tap our comparative advantage so that we can reposition ourselves and think the way forward. So that other people, that nobody is an island, of course. Every nation depends on their other nations to thrive. So it is not a crime if we are calling for, of course, self-determination. Because why the current configuration could no longer engender the unity, could no longer secure the safety we so much desired. Okay. Of course, which has not attracted any development. We are not developing, we are sinking down abysmally. And that cannot continue. Other community of nations are moving forward. Why, of course, even Ghana here, they are fighting, they are arresting poverty, arresting unemployment, engendering prosperity, creating an environment for their citizens to strive. The Nigerian government is busy arresting, going after people who have not committed any crime, because only on the basis that they stood for the justice, they stood for the right thing to be done. They condemn the system that is inhumane. That is only on the basis why they are coming after them. And this cannot continue. That is my position. Nobody has a monopoly of violence. My people say, Imanka, Imankozo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chimeze. I have Mr. Matthew with me. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
We had the news yesterday that Sunday Igboho's residence was attacked, and it's been confirmed that the DSS were the ones that attacked his residence. So what do you think of everything that happened yesterday? And it's now declared wanted.
Thank you very much. Matthew is the name. My take is, since DSS has claimed responsibility of the attack and have accepted that 2 persons were killed in the attack and that there was a gun duel before they subdue people who engage them in a gun duel. What I can say is, you cannot be a judge in your own case. I'm talking about DSS this time around, because DSS have not gotten that history of credibility for one to just believe the license and hookah when they make such affirmation. So I think it is good we hear from Sunday Igboho to actually know, in as much as I do not support gun running, but it's good we hear from Sunday Igboho to actually know whether those guns, AK-47, were in his possession. But again, logically speaking, if they had the AK-47 in their possession, like the DSS claim, and they engage the DSS, why is it not possible that DSS, even as I'm not praying that any Nigerian should be killed, why is it not possible that the DSS itself suffered some level of casualty or some level of bullet wound? If actually, I read that they say one of them had a gunshot in his hand and that he had been treated in a stable condition. But again, I think, looking at the antecedent of DSS, Nigerian police and all that, it is good we have an unbiased investigator to actually unravel whether actually those arms were found in his compound. Because if you claim that somebody was fully armed to that level, logically the person would have engaged you to the level where it would have been seen with evidence, not just mere telling people. Then again, is it not possible that those guns were planted in his residence? All these are pertinent questions that I am not maintaining any position anyway. I'm only asking some hypothetical questions that could be lead to inference at the end of the analysis. But the way it is difficult to believe DSS, judging by their past record, because even up to now, it was difficult to ascertain whether it was DSS, the army, the police that went for that attack. But hence the DSS have come out to accept responsibility. We will now wait to hear from Sunday Igboho, because when you look at the principle of fairness, it is not just sufficient to say you cannot be judged in your own case, because the DSS is the one alleging, the DSS is the one accusing, the DSS is the one that have declared wanted. Just as I said earlier on, that even as I do not support gun running, it is not good that when it possibly that somebody is being accused unjustly. But again, let us hope that we get the root of the issue, the whole issue. But unfortunately, how do we get to the root? Because the same government agencies who may be biased are the one that will handle the investigation. Don't forget that Sunday Igboho have been in the forefront of the war against killer herders in the southwest. Don't forget that Sunday Igboho was one time went to the forest to eject the Fulani, the Sadiki Fulani of Iganga. Don't forget that Sunday Igboho was in the forefront of the fight against Wakili. Don't forget that as at the time Sunday Igboho issued threats to evict Wakili, even the presidency spoke against it. So if you look at all these action of the government vis-a-vis what Sunday Igboho stand for, it's difficult to believe the DSS position. That is where I stand.
Okay, with all these attacks, especially the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu and also Sunday Igboho on the run, will it stop the agitations of Oduduwa and Biafra?
The agitation is beyond individual. It's just that for the moment, Sunday Igboho may be the face of Oduduwa agitation. Nnamdi Kanu may be the face of Biafra agitation for the moment. But beyond Nnamdi Kanu, beyond Sunday Igboho, this is an ideology. It's an ideological war. So I think more would have been done by the government by engaging the people. Because if the man who says there's nothing wrong in saying I want to secede from Nigeria, there's nothing sacrosanct about Nigeria. Before they brought Nigeria together as an entity called Nigeria, nobody sought my consent. And also there's a UN charter that talks about self-determination, which Nigeria is a signatory to. So on that basis, I can say I do not want to be a Nigerian anymore. And I have not violated any constitution. As long as I'm doing it within the ambit of the law. We all saw how Sunday Igboho was moving from state to state. He was in Osun, he was in Ekiti, he was in Ondo, doing rally, drumming support for Oduduwa Republic. By providence, there are some unifying factors provided by providence. You have culture, you have language, you have religion. Look at the culture of the three major ethnic groups in Nigeria. Look at the language of the three major ethnic groups in Nigeria. I'm talking about the Hausa, the Igbo, the Yoruba. You see that they are distinct. Meaning by providence, they are created to be three different group of people. That notwithstanding, you can decide to come together, even if by providence you are created to be three different types of people. But it has to be through unanimous agreement, not somebody coercing you. The constitution we use today is forced on Nigerians by the military. We are saying that if you want Nigeria to continue existing together as one entity, let it be that the people is with the people's consent. And it's not sufficient to say because you have the instrumentality of force as a government that anytime anybody talks about self-determination, you call hard on the person, you use sledgehammer on the person. We see that is why some of us are not comfortable with the handling of issues in Nigeria, because we see what is happening in the northern part of the country. See Egumi, who is a medical doctor, one time served in the Nigerian army. See how he has been hobnobbing, discussing, negotiating with bandits. See how Egumi have even said that the military who are killing bandits, that they are the Christian extraction in the military. See how Gumi have even told federal government to go to CBN to withdraw 100 billion naira to settle bandits. See how Gumi have even accused Katsina State Governor that the amnesty he offered bandits do not come with package, monetary benefits. And here people have been talking about federal government should arrest and interrogate Gumi. They have not done anything about it. Only the other time, there was a report that DSS invited Gumi, only for Gumi to come out and refute the claim that nobody invited him. And up to today, he has been moving around with that tenacity and nobody have questioned him. Now we have a Sunday Igboho who is against the Fulani invasion of various communities. Look at how his house have been invaded by the DSS. So it is fortunate that the DSS may not be unbiased. It's unfortunate that we may not understand the dynamics or the operational basis of DSS. It's unfortunate that the way it stands, the government through all these security agencies are further polarizing this country. Because the way it stands, nobody in the southern part of the country is ready to allow Fulani be his neighbor. And if Buhari leaves office today, how can you now foster good relationship between the Fulani and the ordinary people? Because he have created that acrimony. He have proven that he value the Fulani more than other Nigerians. Look at all effort of the government in trying to resolve the issue of herders, whole community clashes. They have always tried to settle the Fulani. Look at the issue of Ruga. Look at the issue of water resources bill. Look at the issue of grazing reserve, grazing routes. Look at the issue of livestock transformation plan. And currently, they are talking about reviewing the 1978 Land Use Act. All in the bid to secure land for grazing for the Fulani herdsman. And no, even as we know that grazing is a personal business, just as any other person in Nigeria has his own personal business to do. So the issue is that the government have to come clean on all these issues. Even the government have accepted and acknowledged that herders who come from other neighboring countries come with AK-47. And they are ravaging communities, raping women, kidnapping for ransom, and the government is not addressing it. Now we have a Sunday Igboho who are taking up responsibility to address at least what we have in the southwest. Look at how DSA have invaded his house. So what is the guarantee that the government want to protect the people? The government has reneged on their responsibility of protecting the people. Somebody who have come out to fill the gap. Look at how government want to humiliate and disgrace and arrest him. So that's why I tell you that it is difficult to believe the DSS. That's why I see it.
Let's look at the petroleum industrial bill that was signed yesterday by the House of Rep. How do you look at it?
Looking at the petroleum industry bill and looking at how powerful the oil majors are. Before now, it would have been difficult for the oil majors, for the National Assembly to pass that bill. But again, I can understand that House of Rep have approved 3% for host communities. But again, what is the guarantee that Mr. President will assent to that bill? And say this particularly because over 200 bills are waiting for presidential assent, and he have refused to assent to it for reasons best known to him. So what is the guarantee that Mr. President will assent to this particular bill? That is yet to be seen. But again, if you assent to it, it will deepen the oil sector, both the downstream sector and the upstream sector of our economy. Because that bill has some local contents. For instance, as a vessel coming into Nigerian water, you must have a Nigerian sailor in the ship. Before now, there is no law that says you must have a Nigerian sailor. So that bill tends to accommodate and engage more Nigerians to have to play in the oil and gas sector. So actually, if Mr. President assent to that bill, it is going to deepen and engage more Nigerians in the oil and gas industry. That's why I say it has local content. It has potential to engage more Nigerians. That best explains the reason the oil majors have been kicking against it. That notwithstanding, the bill has been watered down to some level because the original content of the bill have been distorted. But however I look at it, it is even better than the status quo. Okay. If the president will eventually assent to it. So it is yet to be seen whether he will assent to it or not. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew.
Diplomatic Matthew.
I'm Mr. Lucky. Good morning, Mr. Lucky.
Yeah, good morning, my big brother. Big brother, God bless you. I'm a top man. I don't know be Lagos. Niger Delta boys. Up Niger Delta. We know they shake.
Backstage, you said that you don't want to talk about Sunday Igboho or Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes, but now I can talk about them now because somebody just ginger me there. You know, let me tell you, my brother, please, God bless you. You see, I am not happy. You know, I told you, anytime I come here, I'm not happy. I don't like this government, particular government, Buhari himself. I don't like his method. And I don't like all the followership, like Mohammed. I don't like them. You know why? Our youth are dozer. And our youth, maybe because of the poverty. And nobody's talking. So, for me, I want to talk about them. I want to respond both the IB and the...
Okay, let's start with Nnamdi Kanu. No mercy for Nnamdi Kanu's collaborators. FG vows.
Let me tell you something.
Respond
You
to-
see, sometimes when Lai Mohammed come and talk, I feel ashamed. You know? See, I know I told you I blame Nnamdi Kanu for him coming to Africa. You know Africa is not safe. As a world leader, world law leader, you're supposed to be in Israel or London. What are you doing in Africa? What brought you in Africa? You know, you have given Buhari a point. You have given Buhari a point. That's why Buhari couldn't travel. They were having that agenda. They were planning. Like Mama said, for 2 years. Can't this government use that 2 years, the money they spent to go and look for Nnamdi Kanu, that money to put for Nigeria's help the poor? That money will go a long way. Can Lai Mohammed measure the amount they spend? They used to train Nnamdi Kanu for 2 years. Let them measure the money. Can they use that method to arrest Gumi? Who's know where the bandits are? Who know where these people who are kidnapping in the north?
They said DSS invited him. You didn't hear the news? DSS
Invited him, and he denied that DSS never invited him. He denied it, and he's still going around. You know where the bandits, those who are kidnapping 100, 200 in Nigeria under Buhari nose, they cannot arrest them, can't trace them. We still have more than 100 and something people, Chibos get now. Buhari have not been able to trace where they are. But he'll be able to spend large money to trace where Kanu are. So we have a big problem. This government have a big problem. I want to be objective here. I want to be straight this year. How can you spend that kind of money for 2 years? And you can't spend that money to find insecurity in this Nigeria here. I did not. Like this kidnapping, killing. So that's why I blame Nnamdi Kanu. You are not supposed to even come to Africa. There's no way Nnamdi Kanu will remain in UK or Israel. They will just go and pick it like a chicken like that and bring back. No. No press. No, it's not done. That's why I blame him. He's not supposed at all. If he cannot spend 10 years, 100 years in Israel, they can never bring me. Either they will ask him, which court do you want? Either justice for Nigeria or justice for Israel. So that is it. So now,
okay, Sunday Igboho's house was attacked yesterday, and he has been declared wanted because ammunition, dangerous weapons were found in his house. Can you respond to that?
I expect Sunday Igboho to respond concerning that particular area. To respond if truly is the owner of that weapon.
You are in security. You have been in the security before. You have worked. So give us some insight of what can happen.
Actually, when you come issue of security, it's not all details you should give the public.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, the only thing I said is that Sunday Igboho should be able to defend himself, whether he's the owner of that weapon or something could happen. But all I believe is that I expected Sunday Igboho. According to them, they say he disappeared. And they killed 2 people or 3 people in his compound. So what DSS systems have done, they're supposed to have invited him first. Not going there and still asking to report. That's a child play. They're supposed to have sent invitation to him, Sunday Igboho. After Sunday Igboho have been moving around, have been doing rally. And suddenly, they went to attack. And after attack, they are not inviting him to show up in DSS. You can see how level of our investigation, level of our police and DSS. Let me tell you something. Buhari want to thank those people. 2023 election. Those who are agitating, making noise, want to. And let me tell you, and Nigerians are those are the youth. I expect the youth today to be making noise everywhere. Have you heard anything? I've not heard from Afenifere. I've not heard from Ohanese. All I'm saying, Carlos should be giving peer hearing. Let me tell you, if they don't take time, Buhari will finish it before either Carlos will get justice or whoever. I'm telling you the truth. Buhari, I know. He will come then there. They will be adjourning until finish the tenure. Maybe other president will come and this. All these things are be the elite, not only Buhari alone, the elite in the Igbo land, the elite in Yoruba land, who are sponsoring all these things to calm these people not to make noise. Because 2023 got their interest. And because of their interest, they want to calm these people not to make noise. And because Carlos said 2023 election will not hold in the southeast. And God said election will not hold. So now look way and put them in a corner so that they will go. The elite are the wicked people, but the youth are docile. The youth. I'm a youth, but I'm doing my own here, my brother. I'm doing my own here. I expect like yesterday, like that Igboho. Why did you go to his house after attacking him? You are not telling him to show up in DSS. Report yourself. He's just got that rally. He's planning to do in Lagos State. They stop. But let me tell you, they are just one person. That name of Biafra, that name of Yoruba land is raining. The youth have gotten it just for them to just force out. Our people are more than the government. Government are just few. If the people rise up the way they rise up for NSAS, if you like to put the bomb here, they will enter, pick that bomb and throw to you. If Nigeria ready, then the PIB, let me tell you something. For me, I'm a Niger Delta's a son. I'm a son of Niger Delta. I don't know Lagos. I'm from Edo State. Yes, 5%, 3%. All I know is that how can it go down to the poor? How can it go down to the people who needed this money, who has this oil community? If they do the same thing, please, Nigeria should rise up and ask the Zamfara gold. Let this do the same way. In God is Zamfara. Let federal government go exploit the gold in Zamfara and let them pay 3% to them and bring the money to federal post. Or else, our boys will revenge. Thank you very much.
Mr. Lucky.
Hello. Good
morning.
Morning. How you doing? Yeah. How you doing, man? How you doing?
Okay. Don't let him. Good morning, Mr. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh no. Hello.
Yesterday you were not around. No mercy for Nnamdi Kanu's collaborators, FG vows. The clampdown on agitators by the federal government. How do you look at it in totality?
You say there is no music, there is no dance. I mean, there is no masquerade. Masquerade that is dancing on the street. There is a guy beating the drum behind the scene, right? The betrayal of Sunday Igboho, the people that are working against this guy, they will all face their Waterloo. Because why I'm saying this is a guy that's been going on peaceful protests, on agitation. And it is in the UN Charter that you have a right to agitate for a place you want to belong. It's not a crime, for God's sake. And what I'm saying now is a double standard issues. Where are the DSS that cannot raid the bandits, that cannot pick up Gumi? Gumi that has been exposing bandits, that has been meeting with bandits, and the bandit that has been terrorizing, that has been killing people in my town, that has been killing people in my village, and the Gumi has been going to meet them one-on-one. Why has the DSS not quiz him and get him arrested to lead them to where this bandit is and raid all these bandits? Right? Why is it that there is always double standard from this government? And I'll keep saying it, there's always double standard. And the hatchet, the guy they are using for hatchet job, the security apparatus, the DSS, the Nigerian army, the Nigerian police. You can be police today, but your children can never be police tomorrow. What you did today will reflect on your children. You could say one of the past presidents we have now, the children are not free to move. around the society, among the society. Nobody is free among them because of the atrocity their fathers has done. The sin of the father will be transferred to the children. They don't know all this nemesis that is coming up with what they are doing now. If you're a police, you're a DSS today, they sent you an unchecked job to go and rape, to go and kill. Tomorrow, your children will carry that stigma. And I'm saying this with all my whole heart, that we are in a tyranny government, the way it is now. We are in a tyranny government. And the youth has to wake up, because the voice is about to be silenced. And once you silence the voice, you become a lifeless body. You become a lifeless person. I've never seen a docile environment like this. See what is happening. See what is happening all around. A guy that is agitating. And I'm sure the betrayer within the Yoruba race, they will be exposed very soon. The betrayer, we know you. We know you. You betrayers. That our life doesn't care. You don't care about our life. You care more of your post, your political post, your political prostitute, your political patronage than our whole life that you're supposed to secure, that you're supposed to say the truth on. Speak the truth to the government. All of you, you are minding your pocket alone. The nemesis will surely catch up with you. Because what Igboho has been clamoring for is my own grandmother that's been killed in the village, that's been, that is his farm has been encroached, and with the gun-toted Fulani herdsmen, and nobody go after the Fulani herdsmen. Nobody has ever paraded Fulani herdsmen. Wakili was there. Wakili was chased out of Igboho with his kids, with the trouble they tormented in that place. None of them has been paraded for carrying arms. None of them has been paraded for going against the state law. So is this not a double standard law? Is it not a double standard action? The way it is now. Show me, you said you got arms in Igboho's house. The defense minister came out earlier on of the year that Nigeria should defend themselves with anything they have. The slackness, the inactiveness of the state actors is what brought it non-state actors like Igboho and Kanu. Me, I've never supported killing. I've never supported taking law into your hand. But when somebody else from another region, from another, you call them herdsmen. Later you send the Mali herdsmen, they are Nigerian herdsmen. Who is in charge of the government? Who is in charge of the security? How is the border so porous? In some certain area, borders are porous. In some certain region, the borders are so tightening. So why is a double standard? Why is it that we have a double standard government in this country? And what they are doing now is just that they are just sowing the seeds of crisis.
They are sowing the seed of crisis.
Of crisis, yes. They are sowing the seed of crisis. We knew what happened under Obasanjo when there was a lot of non-state actors. He clamped down on all of them. There was never any partiality. He brought them up and jailed all of them. We saw all of them. But why you come down to one region and you apply the sledgehammer, and the other ones, they are still perpetuating their evil acts? I've never seen a bandit, a Fulani bandit, that's been tried on national TV. I've never seen a Fulani herdsman that's been tried on national TV. I've never seen the sponsors of Boko Haram they said they have in their possession that's been tried on national TV. But Igboho can easily be bamboozled and raided. Likewise, the Kanu. It's a double standard thing if you look at it. And the blood of Nigerians, they've been shedding. They will account for it. The blood of innocent Nigerians that's out there to save themselves from what government could not do to them. Save them. And you said that the Minister for Defense said Nigeria should rise up and defend themselves. And people are defending themselves from the herdsmen, from the bandits. And you people, oh, wow. Is this a country? I don't take this a country. And the UN is there. All the case. What you do today, you may face the genocide of it tomorrow. I still remember what happened in Equatorial Guinea about Sankara. The guy that killed Sankara later became a president. He spent his years, after his tenure, They handed him over to ICC, International Criminal Court, for genocide. I foresee such thing in this government. 2 years, right? It's not too far.
See such thing. What is happening to Obasanjo? What he did at Odi?
Yeah, what's happening to Obasanjo? What he did at Odi? The military elements that's supposed to push up, or the civil society that's supposed to push up that issue to the UN, they should have taken it up, right? And the way it is, the attack was first of all launched on the soldiers there, right? I think they may be looking at that because soldiers were beheaded in Odi, and he pleaded with this balance that fish out the bad eggs in your community. I don't know what I just heard that transpire was the soldiers were beheaded there. Was there any soldier beheaded in Igboho? Was there any soldier beheaded in what's it called in Ibadan? No, answer me now. Nobody has crossed. Those guys have not crossed the red flag. The red flag is when you start attacking soldiers, you start attacking the state actors. You get what I'm saying? They've not crossed the red flag. It's been peaceful all around. Igboho has been peaceful with his protests, right? And if the government has done the needful, there won't be any Igboho. It's the insecurity of the country that brought up people like Igboho. I think you get what I'm saying. It's the insecurity of this country that brought in the non-state actors like Igboho and Kanu, because they cannot sit down. The blood is thicker than water. I cannot sit down. You are killing my mother. You are killing my siblings. You are killing my this in my village, and I will fold my hands. Is that sensible? Is that sensible? It's not, my brother.
Okay. Any final thoughts?
My final thought is the owner of Nigeria, who are the masses, should rise up and take back the country that belongs to them. Don't wait for this country to be destroyed. Because the way things are now, the country is even turning to a one-party state. That's another problem we'll be facing ahead. Another big problem. The country is turning to one-party state. There is no opposition again. There is no opposition in this country again. The PDP of this world now, they have been infused into APC now. So who are we going to rely on for good governance now?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kunle.
Sorry. Bad guy. Okay.
Good morning, Mr.
Sonny,
Sarah.
relax. Good morning, Mr. Chiku.
Yes, so much.
Good morning, viewers at home. We've been off for a while. We had some issues with Flip TV, so we tried in sorting that out, and we are back again. Good morning.
There's many things to talk about today, but let's dwell on the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu. Also, the onslaught on Sunday Igboho. What's your take on what happened yesterday at his residence?
Well, my name is Effiong Samuel, and I think I want to be as practical as much as I can. That's why I have to look at the time, because I want to summarize as much as I can. Now, if you watch some of the videos I did about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, well, I said it that they will pick up, they will go for Sunday Igboho. I said it, and I said because the non-state actors have been exerting influence on government. The government is always intimidated. The government are really not the people that own the power. They are worse than the citizen. So the government knows that the followership of non-state actors, like the man staying in UK, giving an order, people are obeying. The government cannot say that. So the government is always, because they are not popular. I haven't said that. Let me bring into an observation that has characterized the Nigerian system for a very long time, and it is worrisome. While I was in final year in the university, Awolowo University, we had a lecturer, her name is Mrs. Mbada. She was teaching us a topic. I really cannot remember the exact topic. While in that class, we were about the Department of Political Science. About 10 people hold a different view. The majority of the class, which is about 90, hold a different view. She was neither in support of the 10 or the 90. The next class, she brought a video that was not related to what we were studying then. And the title of that video, I think. Now, at the end of that video, she now said, because the video was done, and the video has nothing to relate to teaching us. But 4 years later, I discovered that what she was indirectly saying is, irrespective of the you've gotten, when issues happen, the ability for an university graduate in Nigeria to sit down and look at the issue in his own and dilute the issue and be fair to himself is far lesser. So when she played that video, the first in my mind that video that most educated illiterate cannot decipher when to be fair with themselves, when to play ethnicity, when to play hypocrisy, to be deceitful to themselves. So as I was saying, the average university graduate or Nigerians wouldn't be critical enough to know when he's going to be fair to himself. In terms of double principle, he applies ethnicity, he forgets about normal standard. The system that pay him, or because of his benefactor in politics, or because he has been doing something, or he's been sympathetic, is not being fair, because the same system robs so many of them that have supported the problematic and non-functional system. Now, I've listened to so many mushroom debaters. I said something somewhere 2 weeks ago. You see, we are not here to deliberate about the arrest and gun or no gun. If we want to start debating on the use of ammunition in this gun, Sunday Igboho, we have the smallest arms in Nigeria. But the hypocrites, I'll say it again, the hypocrite that they pay in cut across, they walk on the road, they go to newspaper stand, they are in different platforms, radio station, TV station. I was watching a TV program not quite long before I came up. How many times have they taken to the same social media to push that they should arrest all the herdsmen, the way they put on energy to arrest Nnamdi Kanu, which I clap so much for. But we know that because he's an Igbo man, you can be fast in doing that. We know. Because it was something ago. We predicted how the government have been operating from 1960. They can quickly go for him. So there is nothing really new about a people that have, you know what, the country will be what? If people are supporting what we are seeing, if the next administration comes, they will do the worst, because people, I will support the next administration to do the worst. If some useless set of Nigerians can be supporting the system that is not working.
Let's be careful. You predicted twice.
I predicted twice, no, 3 times. Everything came into reality.
And you are saying that the next administration.
At first, I was here on standby. I said the next chief of army staff will be from where?
North.
You said I'm speculating. What did I tell you? I said that they will go for Sunday Igboho. You said I'm speculating. I can give you 10 predictions. It has always been falling in line like that. I've even said that they should push for launching of commission for Fulani. Is it not Nigeria? What can you not predict in a system that was designed to fail? Now, the governmental action psychologically and philosophically are push these guys that the only thing that will work is exactly what the Boko Haram members are doing. It's evident. Go and listen to Reverend Father Mbaka. You see, when historians, psychologists, those who have read far and wide, that you are talking does not mean everybody have the same capacity to understand things on the same page. I've seen war in different countries, how it escalated to a point it is. So Nigeria cannot be isolated in the happenings of social vices. So you're not making it look as if the government is so powerful, but yet over a decade cannot quench a Boko Haram. So people are not critical to think deep that if these people go in that line, so what will happen to Nigeria? So you now say they are happy that they pick Sunday Igboho, they are happy as killing of the leader of Boko Haram solve the Boko Haram crisis. You can't fight a psychological battle na brainy day with a physical approach. You see, when people are not sound, they will go for mundane things that are not solving the key issues. And that's why you have 80% of the commentators of this government are not critical in mind. That's why when you ask them some question, okay, why didn't they use, Autumn said they should use the same energy they use in extraditing Nnamdi Kanu to prosecute the killer S-men. If you say police has died, good argument. Nnamdi Kanu incited burning of station, fine argument. Now the same vein, the hypocrites Have the government used the same to see the gun in Sunday Igboho's house cannot be more than the AK-47 in the hands of Fulani herdsmen. So that is where some of us will now have double concept that the government is hypocrisy by siding one ethnic group against the other. There's some riffraff, some paid people will start jumping and kill themselves. They won't be able to tell me instances how government have arrested people like the way they did to Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu, and show me video clips how they prosecute them, how many have been convicted, how many guns have we received, and it has ended like the way Sunday Igboho's case have been swept under the carpet. I mean, I have been chasing away. So you now see a people who uses paid medium to agitate for what is not a universal principle to the citizens of a country that has more than 400 languages and 350 ethnic groups. You now see a people. So that's the problem we have. It's not even the government. If everybody is on one page to castigate the action of the government, like Black Lives Matter in America, the majority of the citizens move in one direction. And the man has been in prison for 22 years, the police. If you compare that to what happened in Essas, you have some Nigerians still saying the government did well. So I pray that whoever has died as a result of innocent killing or extrajudicial killing from police, whoever is supporting it as his children, his family members, his friends, his church members, his children will witness the same fate. Because there are people that have unjustly been killed. There are. So for anything you wish that Sunday Igboho, I'm not here to support Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. But what I'm here to say is, because we know how these people twist logic to allow logic stand on themselves by deceiving the populace. But there are some sound mind who have seen how the United States of America is. That's why I want to go there. These people consciously bring up process for a fair system. So you don't want to become like somebody and you're not practicing what they say in totality. So at some point you pick ethnicity. At some point you can bring in foreigners and some French people to pursue Sunday. But you can't use that to pursue other people that have killed more than the same Sunday. I don't know if Sunday has killed more than Fulani herdsmen. I'm not sure if Boko Haram or Fulani herdsmen or IPOB has committed more crime than herdsmen. So the historical antecedent and statistics have shown the one the government should have pursued most. So that's the problem we have. So it has shown that consciously, may God harden the hearts of those in governance so that they will continue in what they know how to do best. But in this same country, we saw how kidnappers snap pictures with government. The paid hypocrites did not come out to castigate that one. But Gumi is working freely. I'm sure if it was a Yoruba man, would have been picked. They would have sent some people and plant something in his house and say, hey, he has ammunition. Oh, see, there is nothing they want. Did Melai have gone? You forgot him. This same government and administration was Araki no a robber. You forgot him. So what are they going to say that people will take them serious? See, you can predict. You can wake up tomorrow and they say someone have gun in the house. Now, if they want to cage you, you always have gun. Then they will charge you for felony. So what? For charge for sure to have gone. So you can predict. You see, the black man works with the black head, especially the black man in the leadership position. That is why developmental theory in political science have said there is an evolving theory that some nations will never be developed, not because of they don't have the propensity to be developed, but there is a belief that that is how they were made to be. They will forever remain like that.
They're structured.
Now so it go day. Not be because say they don't want to move. Now so the black. So that's why when you are saying people supporting it, I'm tending to believe that the black man and the support system of the airline structure was maybe spiritually, I don't even know, structured to always remain as at that point that it is. So that's the problem we have. Ethnicity, hypocrisy, double standard. So the police are now active, but the police was not active enough to start doing the needful before. So you know, you're having so many comments that popping up, right? But the concluding part is that for a nation that has this number of languages, that have this number of diversity, and at some point picks the tenet that is comfortable with some people, pick 1963 or 1964 promulgation, land promulgation, picks a land use act of 1978, picks some people to negotiate for bandits. In fact, check the reply of the government to the Nigerian Delta Avengers. I said it here. If Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu is serious, the army will beg them in no time. May God harden, just like Pharaoh, the heart of those in governance. When Nigeria got to that boiling point, it will be worse than Somalia and Syria. Check all my prediction. They always come in line. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. I have Mr. Sunday. Sunday, your
Good
namesake
morning.
is on
Good
the
morning.
run.
You know, say Nigeria.
Your namesake is on the run.
Who the way run go? In run come up from Nigeria. I see am. Only waiting Nigeria DSL the key. Where they you see even rather the key, cut the key. That's why I tell you they no get sense. Instead of that to fight herdsmen, they are fighting people who no get problem with them. Okay? Buhari, the country, the UK when they travel to go do medical treatment, those people no fight for freedom. I wonder whether only Nigeria won't have. Well, everything for Nigeria different. Poverty, worse. Hardship, worse. Insecurity, worse. Bad governance, worse. Everything for Nigeria, their own, get different thing. One that baffled me yesterday, because when that Sunday spokesperson was saying that the people that come to attack that house were speaking French, I don't believe until I see the defense minister of Pakistan, where IS come from. Those group of terrorists in Arabic place in Pakistan, their army chief, all of them come to Nigeria. Buhari never see anybody to collaborate with to fight insurgency in the Pakistan people. You know where Nigeria don't enter like that? Nigeria have entered where the journey of no return. Because when you sit in your office and send DSS soldier to go kill people that just carry flag, have you ever heard that Sunday go kill somebody? No. The same Nnamdi Kanu that they hold today, when Nnamdi Kanu start, it's only flag. You no get knife, you no get gun. But how long will you push person? That way the person no fit fall. Do you think that the person will not stand back to push you back? He will stand to push you. That is what Nnamdi Kanu do is self-defense. Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal. He have not committed any crime against Nigeria. He only fight for determination. And willingly people follow. That's why, see, you see those Eastern youth, if they don't welcome back. Sorry for the problem and technical issue. Okay. We love you all. Okay. No problem. No say nothing they work for Nigeria. That's why we technical for Philip TV said they get problem. Philip TV got change his mind. He don't take.
Continue.
So what I was saying before that when you see Nigeria now, I expect the youth of the East, South to go to government house. All these governors, the senator, you block that place. You will not go to work. They do not go to work. They will know that what is happening is a serious issue. And all of us, like this country, very soon nobody will be walking on the road again because of IS, Pakistan, enter Nigeria in army uniform. Go Aso Rock, have meeting with our chief of army staff. They rebrand and join together. That is the people that went to Sunday Igboho house and they were speaking French inside the house.
Exclusive information from you.
Okay, that's it. Because they tell her, do you hear French? You don't speak French for Nigeria. French is it our talent? Is it? What did they tell me now? I mean, we will be mumu. You know, see what happened. They said the people that went to Sunday Igboho house were speaking French. And yesterday, as I see the Pakistan group, army, defense minister, all of them come. Buhari not see anybody to collaborate with to fight insurgency. Not terrorists, IS. Where the IS are made the whole world ungovernable. They come to Nigeria, they walk out freely, they laugh. Know that the problem the country is going through. I only pity those our Mumusa South governor is senator representative that don't know what they are doing in Aso Rock. Very soon, very soon. They will build, okay, more than go build many prisons everywhere because I go arrest Taya. How many they go arrest? Very soon I go arrest Taya. I'm just telling you now go arrest. And then I go build prison for every street. Every street now I will put prison for there. Because we cannot allow this intimidation. Look at herdsmen are working freely every region, killing our brother and sister. The Boko Haram have turned themselves to member in Yobe State and Niger State. Because during Salah they share rights for them, share money for people for street. Boko Haram will take AK-47. Nobody were arrested. No Iflani headmen were arrested. But when it comes for determination, okay, you ask the headsmen what are they fighting for? They are fighting to take over our land. But Buhari cannot send soldiers after them, cannot send DSS after them, and they are still working freely. But when we say we are tired for Nigeria, now by force to be Nigeria, it tire me. How many all the country, the whole world, we have many people that fight for freedom. Nigeria na different one.
I won that time 2015. The best one I dey vote for. And God bear me weakness. If I don't like Buhari before, may God kill me. I don't like him because he never do anything for me. I don't know him. He don't know me. If he like me, he know me because he know they feed me. When he enter himself, now only poverty, hardship, now he bring to our life. The life where they manage before. The life where they manage before. See, I'm not in the work. That is why there's there for National Assembly. We have a senator from Niger Delta, South Bayelsa, Cross River, Delta, Edo State. They are in National Assembly yesterday. Senate, all those useless people who get as a leader. The people who get the oil, una the drag, we go give una 5%, we go give una 3%. Who get the oil? Zamfara gold, who they control them? Is it not, okay, how many percent do they share to other states? And we have mumu people where they call themselves representative, where many of them make them work for street, make them come to the Niger Delta East and work freely like me and you they work. They will know that everybody don't craze. But my problem is say our youth, they never get sense. All the sense, all that one wanna do for instance, na child play, una never man fight for una future. Na so na go they go down. Una children go suffer, una not rise up to fight those mad people where they for inside power. We are going to one party system in this country, and that is where the Obi monster go kill everybody. Nobody fit talk, no position, everybody. That's why senator they will represent because they are afraid of Buhari. Buhari not they do anything. Buhari they kill your brother, kill your sister, you see they go follow him. Now mad people now, what do you go to follow them they talk? Egbani, see, Oga, British, if you not like, Mona send the IS where they for our country, they can't join Pakistan. Only one. Mali, Chad, Niger, all these Boko Haram one that they train for there and herdsmen killer. If not like one send a come, but God will get us, go keep on protecting us for our hand. Other if one they plan against our people, our mother and sister in the village, he go come back to all of you and he go fish in heart. Until you the Unaoga, Buhari and Co. All peace come out for power. Una go know that God is still on the throne. Thank you.
Very much. Wow, he's very angry. How are you? How's your health?
Fine. Let's go.
I hope you are not disturbed. Or are you disturbed by what is happening?
I am. Every Nigerian,
with Sunday Igboho.
every Nigerian should be disturbed at this particular time because of the trend, what's happening, at people who want to fight, people who are fighting a just cause. But I believe on this story of Sunday Igboho cannot be that stupid to have kept these ammunitions and the guns within his compound in the apartment. I think the DSS, in collaboration with some sisters agency, planted this.
You think?
Yes.
Okay.
Planted the ammunition. Because now Sunday Igboho cannot be that stupid to have kept all these ammunitions in his house. He's not that stupid now. The DSS invaded his house, planted these stuff there, so as just to what? Tag him and then implicate him. That is it. That is it. Now let them, because you cannot just come out and start parading guns, telling Nigerians that see this and this is what you found in Sunday Igboho's apartment. This is impossible. Fine, we've not heard from Sunday Igboho, but now the DSS are now making claims that the what ammunitions and then every incriminating evidence that were found in his house. Do you think Sunday Igboho will be that stupid to have kept those stuff in his house? So Nigerian government know what they are doing. They want to silence everybody in the country. That is it. They want to what? Hold him so that those of his supporters would not go ahead for the rally. He was supposed to hold a rally here in Lagos, and the easiest way just to what? Implicate him is just to plant all these ammunitions in his compound. So see, the truth of the matter is that see, Nigerian government think they are wise, but see, there are some persons who are even what intelligent and very wise more than them. And then see, I want to believe that this Oduduwa and Biafra is a movement, is an what ideology. You cannot kill a movement. You cannot kill it with gun. Now, some years back it was Ojukwu. Some later it was was Urike. Now it is Mazi. Now after Mazi, there was someone will still rise up again and still chant this Biafra. So now it is a movement. It's an what ideology. So let the government come to their thinking faculty and settle with people, because people cannot be oppressed in a country whereby they claim to own. Now, National NAS Student Union. Some students were kidnapped last week now. NAS went to meet Gumi to help them facilitate the release of the students. Why would NAS go and meet Gumi? What is JSS doing? What is police doing? What is army doing? That the NAS Student Union body could not approach the what security apparatus to help them facilitate the release of these young ones that were kidnapped. Why must they meet Gumi? And now Gumi has come out publicly to say that the police, army, DSS knows where these bandits and S-men are. Why haven't they gone after them? Gumi has said that publicly. Yes, DSS did not arrest him. Police did not debunk it. Nigerian government did not debunk it. Yes, he said that now. Why is it that people who are trying to liberate the people out of the what hardship, the government have flung people, it is they want to come back. That, see, at this point, the reason why NSAS was a success because there was no leader. Government could not hold any leader accountable. I believe if truly we want freedom in this country, everybody should close his or her shop. Nobody should go to the offices. Everybody, let everybody come out. The old, the young, the middle, the child. Now, just like what happened, do you know the story of what? Other spring, when the young man went in search of job, he could not get the job, and then the young man set himself ablaze. After that, what happened? There was revolution in Egypt. Everybody trooped out to the streets. Now it is not about the youth alone. Everybody are suffering. Let everybody close down their businesses. Let us march to government houses. Occupy every sector of the economy. People are coming for 2 weeks. Police, see, we are more than police. We are more than DSS. These people are just minute. I believe that is the only way forward. Or else we keep coming here to speak English, to blow grammar, and the suffering will keep on piling. That is the only way. Let everybody, if you want a better Nigeria, you will not look at the cost, what it will cost you. Let everybody shut down their businesses. If you are a trader, don't go to work. If you go to offices, just don't go to office that day. Let us everybody march out to government houses, occupy everywhere of all the government agencies. That is the only way forward.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. David. Wonderful one. Okay, Mr. Raphael, I was looking for you. The last question. Okay.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. I see you at the background saying some things.
Yes.
What's your take on the clamp down on agitators, especially this week?
Oduduwa, clamp down on agitators this week. Let me tell you, it has taken another dimension as I'm talking to you now. ISWAP, they have entered southern Nigeria and they are ready to attack Lagos. Soldier intercepted ISWAP members in Ogun State yesterday. They were heading to Lagos. Soldier intercepted them. Those are the badge intercepted by the military operatives. Understand, security operatives. They don't know about the ones that have beaten their checkpoints, their bit of duty. They don't know the numbers now. ISWAP is here. Let me tell you, Nigeria is collaborating with Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Pakistan. No, Pakistan, yes.
No, Islamic.
No, it's Islamic Republic of Pakistan. That is the name. That is the current name. I'm telling you, I have a Pakistan friend. The current name, if you write Pakistan, fine, but Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Okay. I'm not trying to abuse them. Google it. It's their name.
Okay.
If you look at their passport, you will see Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Islamic. They are answering this name since how many years now? So let me tell you, Pakistan is here. Yes, they even pay him visit at Asurok. They are collaborating with all this Islamic Republic to Islamize Nigeria. I'm telling you, this is an Islamic process. This thing happened to Pakistan many years ago. That was how Pakistan was made an Islamic state today. That was how Turkey was made an Islamic state today. Don't you know that Turkey was a Christian country? Thank you so much. Many of them. See, they are teaching this heartless idiot at Asorok how to suppress, oppress, and impose their ideology on us, the whole tribes around Nigeria. They are coming. Pakistan's, their hands. I'm telling you, the military operation at Igboho's house. Look and study the camera very well. You will find out that those military personnel, they are not Nigerians. They are mostly, they speak French, mostly Francophones. Those Francophones countries that we are Islamized, or one word or the other, is Islamic countries. Mali, Niger, Chad, Senegal, and the rest. I'm telling you. I think you understand. So clamp down on agitators is already, a conventional thing among the Fulani countries in West Africa, and they are inviting their brothers in the Middle East to be what? To do what? To align with them. They are having alliance with them. So let me tell you, Mali, Pakistan, Yemen, all of them. Let me shock you. When Osama bin Laden attacked WTO in 2001, 9/11, do you know that northern Nigeria were jubilating? Northern Nigeria were jubilating when WTO was attacked in 2001. How do you see it? And America blacklisted northern Nigeria as a place that is down with Al-Qaeda operations, Al-Qaeda ideology, Al-Qaeda, what do you call it, link, way many years back. Are you listening to me? So if this kind of thing happens now to somebody like me, it doesn't surprise me. I'm not surprised that this kind of thing will be happening to us in this stage, in this computer age. People are still buying into archaic ideology. Do you know how many years is democracy on earth? Democracy, I believe that the Greek man that introduced democracy into the world was will be like how many years before the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, before his birth. I don't mean the second coming. BC, thousands upon thousands of years ago, Nigeria is still drifting backward. So that's why I'm telling you, viewers, the next time you vote for anybody, please don't look at juicy gifts, don't look at juicy offer, don't look at rice, mama, tomato, onions, and Pepsi. That was what transpired in 2015 when they were campaigning and campaigning. We were warning them here. I told one of my friends, I don't want to mention his name. I said, why, bros, why are you so much entangled with hatred? He said, which hatred? I said, you hate Jonathan. You hated Jonathan. He said, yes, Jonathan is from South Inobiamoibo. I said, no, he's an Ejoman. It has nothing to do with Igbo. He's from Bayelsa. He said, no, Igbo has virtually taken over the whole world. Igbo has virtually taken all over Nigeria. Look at his appointments. I said, no, study his appointment. You are there. Yoruba is there. I'm there as an Igbo man. Other ethnic minorities. Let us not take because of ethnicity and remove this man. This man is a university don. Yes, you don't compare Jonathan to Buhari. He said, no, Buhari will take us to the promised land. No, Moibo. I said, okay, don't worry. Oga, until Buhari planned all he did in 2015 to make sure that if Jonathan won an election, God. So we would have run since 2015. What would have happened to? Yes, what would have happened to us now? What is happening to us now? It was supposed to take place 2015 to now is what? 6 years ago. I think it's 6 years. 6 years ago. Oga, we supposed to be in this kind of situation 6 years ago if Jonathan had won an election. Oga, there is nothing good about Buhari. You know the reason I'm telling you this, Christian? I senior you, not so much, but I was small then. When Buhari was overthrown by Babangida, do you know what transpired that made his military colleagues to round him up and ousted him out? The coup d'etat that happened August 17 or 25, 1985. This is the aftermath. The unfulfilled ideology, the unfulfilled belief, the unfulfilled agenda of the then Buhari regime is now unfolding on alarming rate, drastically. The whole Nigeria are witnessing what would have happened to Nigerians then, 36 years ago. Now, it has come to stay. It is uncaging now. Do you understand? See, let me tell you, procrastination is a thief of time. Yeah? And let me tell you, now nobody is going to hold him because his personality is a hoax. Personality, I mean, is his identity. His identity is a hoax. It's not real. It's not real. Do you understand? Every Nigerians now, as I'm talking to you, believe that man is not Buhari. How could you allow somebody that you don't know whether he's the one or not? The common man, fellow Nigerians, as they address us, fellow Nigerians. Do you know the meaning of fellow? Fellow is a commoner. Fellow is a word the military use for the bloody civilians. Fellow meaning say you are down, you are downcast, you are an outcast. Fellow Nigeria, because we are fellow, because they use us fellow, fellow. That's why they don't believe on what we are saying. And even is in abroad, some group would have come out and say, come, let us go and test your DNA. Hello, sir, come. This person sue you to court, and we must listen to him. He's one of our citizens. They will take him to the hospital and check his DNA, but nobody cares. That man is wearing masquerade, many of them. Let's move to Niger Republic, Chad, Mali. They are the one that have bought Nigeria with a price.
Petroleum industrial bill. Is it a plus for the states that are involved, or they are still playing politics?
They are playing politics. What we need is bring down the price of pump price, restructure Nigeria, resources control by the regions. Resources control, natural resources given to Niger Delta, given to Plateau State, given to Benue, given to Anambra, given to Ondo States. Let them take over it. Let them control it by themselves. Let the government be on the center, centrality. They will be becoming what? Allegiance. They will bring in, what do you call it? Tight. Social percentage. Take. Nobody would like to be in the house again. Nobody would like to be Nigeria president again. No, I'm telling you the truth. Let us forget petroleum bill or this or that. Okay? Restructure Nigeria today. Restructure Nigeria, you will see somebody asking you, please, Oga, can you come and take over my office? I'm tired of being Minister of Defense or Minister of Finance. This job is weighing me down. Because that will lead to what? True stewardship. Stewardship to serve. So, petroleum bill, I don't care. What I don't think it will bring anything to the states. What will bring good, juicy things, something for the states, to the states is restructure Nigeria. Let Niger Delta take over their oil. Let Anambra take over their deposited gas. Let Lagos take their own. Let Ondo take their own. There is gas, there's oil there. Let everybody, let Chad Basin, Lake Chad Basin, let them take their own. Let Plateau take, let Zamfara carry their gold, go where they don't thief. They don't thief this gold, though. They thief this gold in Zamfara. Then they thief them, Sote, we can't catch them. They are thieves. They have been stealing the gold, cutting it away to the Middle East. Often and often. Stealing our gold. In Zamfara State, nobody will like to take that gold to the central for the whole Nigeria to enjoy the realization from the gold mining in Zamfara. While our oil, they have been concentrating. They concentrated, looting that oil, stealing our money, cutting it away to Britain. Are you listening to me? So two Niger in Britain. I tell you, you have gone beyond what you should show. You are a government agent hiding under that two Niger. I tell you, very soon, Nemesis will catch up with you. Your father has not died, your mama has not died in the farm. You have not lost any of your brothers. That's why you keep on supporting an evil regime. Anybody that you have seen talking in favor of Nigeria, that person have never lost anything from his body. It is when your brother is gone down that you know the pains of others that are, going through these hard times are feeling.
Thank you very much. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, the last thing is Igboho, attack in Igboho house. I condemn it. It is wrong to go to a man that is expressing his feeling, a man that is exercising his fundamental rights, and kill his dogs, kill his boys, cut away all manner of things, then set him up by displaying all this kind of ammunition from military cantonments, Kaduna. Igboho is not the owner of that ammunition. We know them now. We know this country. We know the military operatives. We know the police. How they used to do what? Set up civilians and say they are the owner of this gun. If they kill an innocent person today, you will see that they will bring out the gun and put on his chest and tag him an armed robber. I thank God that there is CCTV there. You guys should study the CCTV. You will find out that the criminal that went to Igboho house, Pakistan, Niger, Chad,
that's an allegation.
Not an allegation. France, the French-speaking countries, they went there to kill the man. Let me tell you, Yoruba Igbo join hands together. I know when it happens to your brother Igbo alone, you will withdraw. Igbo will not get sense. This time it has come to y'all. It has come to y'all now. You got to cooperate. I'm telling you, let us pursue, let us eliminate, let us chase away Fulani from this country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. I have Mr. Odige. He wants to talk about. You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. Yes. You want to talk about Zamfara?
He mentioned the mineral resources in our north.
No, we cannot hear you that.
Don't worry, we can hear you.
Yeah. Now, the other respondent, so correspondent, the other respondent, they call his name, is it Kenneth or what is it says his name? What is his name?
Raphael.
Raphael Tresbat. He stole it from that musician. New edition.
Zamfara
Now,
has deposits of gold.
Zamfara state and the whole country, the committee called Nigeria that was amalgamated in 1914 by Flora Shaw was the one that gave us government. Lord Lugard, the wife, Flora Shaw Lugard. They brought us together as a pectorate, the southern pectorate and the northern pectorate. The pectorates. Now, that respondent, I want to respond to what he said about minerals from the north. Zamfara state, Zamfara. Nasarawa state, so much minerals in the north. You southerners, I'm a Bini man. I have oil in Orionwon, Obe. I have gas. I have seaport in Gelegele. So I have everything. I can talk. I can sneeze in Nigeria. Now, you are alluding that they are using the oil, your so-called oil, that you felt belongs to you. That deluge, degradation that taking place down there. You are saying they are using it. They are using it to finance the north. Have you forgotten that we have how allocation are shared based on population, school and this thing and the likes? The federal government gets so and so quota. State government gets so and so much quota. I'm an accountant by profession. Local government gets so and so much quota. They share this money every time. Who told you that the mineral resources from Zamfara state is not coming to the center? Who told that guy lies? I stayed in the north 44 years in Kano. I'm pro-Hausa, pro-North in all ramifications. I'm a Bini man, but pro-North. You guys, you are lying. I want that so-called Raphael to come and stand here and face me eye to eye. The minerals that are coming out from Zamfara state are being shared by the whole Nigeria.
If you don't get what to talk, make you go right.
Get them! What before I maga you?
If you don't get what to talk, come up for here. Don't say you
Do you know that all? I will rattle you.
You have to me.
Yes, and let me round up. Let me round up. What pitied me is the southerner. The southerner feel and felt that the oil. How many southern places get oil? That it is your oil that they are using in developing the north. Babangida developed Abuja with oil block. He gave it to Jinebaga. You are claiming that the north not contributed to this country. You liars! You liars! The minerals, the whole minerals, in the whole minerals coming out from. If I start arguing with you, I'll cut your leg from the sand. So don't argue with me.
One more minute.
So now, in conclusion, the Southerners felt they now don't have anything.
Just outline.
They are stakeholders.
Mineral resources do not have.
The mineral resources, gold,
Okay,
in Zamfara.
One.
Bauxite,
Okay.
limestone in Ashaka,
Okay.
and the likes. I don't have too much statistics now, so but I don't want to dwell on this matter. I would have gone and Googled. The North is contributing to this economy. Where were you when they were doing the granite?
Reports are that over 80% of Nigerians' income
Yes,
is
come from
oil.
Who told you that lie?
80%.
Who told you that lie? What is the custom bringing out? Custom, what is tax bringing out? Do you know how many trillions that accrues from tax? I'm an accountant, for crying out loud. The money goes to the federation account. You guys, my problem with the people coming here, the people coming to Turkey are not egghead. They no technocrat. In conclusion, the average Southerner should go and think back. They not contribute, they are stakeholders.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Odige. Nobody. Okay, we are moving towards the ends of bystanders at the newsstands. Mr. Odige have spoken. Mr. Raphael, I don't know whether it's around to come and counter what he said. He said that the North, the gold in Zamfara State also contributes to Nigeria's income, and I believe that I'm in support of that. That the gold also contributes to Nigeria's income, but mainly we have oil as a natural deposit, and that oil is what contributes mainly what revenue we get in Nigeria. We're moving towards the end of Bison Newsstand this morning. Thank you for everyone that's spoken, Mr. Samuel, Mr. Odige, Mr. Raphael, and everyone that's spoken. We say a big thank you. I will be coming here tomorrow, same time, same place, on the same platform. A big thank you to the man behind the camera, Mr. Femi Davis. I'm Christian Chuku on this WhatsApp edition. You can reach me on Facebook, Chuku Christian, and also Flip TV is also on Instagram. Go to Flip TV. On Facebook also E247 on Facebook, Flip TV on Instagram, E247 on Facebook, Flip TV on Instagram. Also, Flip TV Plus is our sister channel. You can subscribe to that channel so that you can get mainly of all the programs we have and we have to offer you in our media platform. Bye for now, till tomorrow, as God please.